Very well. So from here starts the speaking test. This is the speaking mock test of the International English Language Testing System taking place in Ross Ielts Academy. The candidate is Marco Mula. The candidate's number is 01432251. The examiner is Mehnu Shafi. The examiner number 443533. Good afternoon. My name is Mehnu Shafi. Would you please tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. My name is Marco Müller.
What can I call you?
You can call me Marco.
Sure. Can I see your identification, please?
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we can now get started with the first part of the exam. In the first part, I will ask you some personal questions. First, I'd like to ask about your hometown. What can a visitor do in your hometown?
Well, we are a rather small town with 350,000 citizens roundabout, I think. And we have a castle that's pretty famous you can visit. And otherwise we have a lot of outdoor activities. We have a lot of nature around and some landmarks that you can visit. So that would be very popular here.
What are the common occupations of people in your hometown?
Well, that varies a lot because we have a big variety of job offers here and very different kinds of people are living here. So that really depends. You can do nearly everything.
Is it a good place for a child growing up there?
Yes, I think so. We have a lot of facilities like healthcare facilities and educational facilities around here. A lot of parks and kindergartens and like places where a child can play, and it's a very safe town with a low crime rate.
Now let's move on to talk about concentration. What activities help you to concentrate?
Yeah, well, you see, as a trainer myself, sport really helps me. Sport activities really help me to concentrate and to focus and to let some steam off the system and get my emotions in line if you want. And it's a very good opportunity to really improve your mental balance.
Do you think that having a routine helps you concentrate better?
Yes, in a lot of cases, a nice routine where you have your toes in water that you know helps a lot to concentrate and to stay on topic.
Is it easy or difficult for you to concentrate in the mornings?
I'm not a morning person, I have to admit. And usually after a startup time, I have my best and most creative time around half an hour into the work. So I usually place my tasks that demand a lot of creativity in the second hour of my work time.
Now let's move on to talk about fashion. Is fashion important to you?
No, not at all. I don't really care about fashion, I have to admit.
Do you think it's important to be updating your clothes and hair?
No, I think just the opposite is true because if you think about environmental resources, the clothing industry is one of the most resource wasting industries at the planet, and to update your clothing like every week and then never use that clothing is really a big waste of resources and has a very negative environmental impact.
What kinds of clothes do you like wearing?
Yeah, I mostly like wearing leisure clothes or clothes that are very practical. Like as a man, you don't have a purse, so you need to get all your stuff around, and so a lot of pockets like cargo pants and stuff like that is something I prefer personally.
Thank you very much. Now we can move on to the second part of the exam. So in the second part, I'm going to give you a cue card and you should talk about it for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Before that, you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes to help you if you wish.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. So here is the cue card and here's the paper. You should describe a short journey you usually take but dislike. Now, here you go. And here's also a pen for you to make notes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So now you have 1 minute to think about this topic and make notes, and I will let you know once your time is over. So your 1 minute starts now.
Okay.
Very well. Now your 1 minute time is over, and you may talk about this topic for 2 minutes. Your 2 minutes start now.
Okay, you asked me about a journey that I usually take, but I really dislike. So that's an easy pick. I have a tram station just in front of my flat, more or less like 50 meters away. And I take the tram twice a day. After I ended my workday at around noon, I take the tram in to reach my gym. And then 2 hours later, I take the tram back and went back home. And what I really dislike about this is that the tram is usually packed with people and sometimes, of course, not on time. As a German, that bothers me exceptional. And you always need to have some earphones and your music at hand. Otherwise, you would speak of unprotected traveling, because you just have to have all the input from the people and like people coughing and talking, and that's can be pretty annoying. Yeah, and but I have a ticket here because it's very cheap to use. I just pay around 48 euros for a monthly ticket, and I can use all the buses and the tram around in Bielefeld. So it's very convenient, and it gets me where I need to go, but it's not the thing that I really like to do.
Would you like to add more information?
Yeah, I think we have a very good tram system in general in Bielefeld. We have just 4 lines and the whole city is covered with it. So, like me, living like maybe 2 kilometers from the city center away, it's like 4 minutes into town. So, and I can reach every part of the town within, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes. So it's a very nice infrastructure and for a very fair price, I think.
Thank you very much. Now your
Welcome.
time is over, and we can move on to part 3. So can I have a cue card and a paper pack?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Great. Very well. So, in the second part, you described a short journey you usually take but dislike. And now in the third part, I would like to ask you some questions related to this topic.
Okay.
Do you think that journeys have become easier due to the use of navigation apps?
Yes, a lot. I still remember the time when I started working in sales and visiting clients, and literally having the map on my knee in the car and driving on the autobahn and then looking at the map and reaching my clients and planning the tour. So that was a lot of effort and time put into that, and a lot of stressful driving. So I personally can say yes, the first navigation system, first GPS system in a car was like a blessing for me.
Okay, and why do you think people usually embark on journeys in your country?
Oh, Germans are famous to to be tourists all around the world, and like I would say as a German, unfortunately, you run into Germans everywhere. I remember being in Scotland in the most northern part, very secluded area, like a little village with artists and stuff like that, and we ran into a little like shop, and we were 3 guys talking in German, and then someone answered in German, said in German, "Hey, where are you from?" And then it turned out he was from the same town as we. So you travel at the end of the world and you always meet some Germans. So traveling and experience other cultures and having a big emphasis on spending valuable time in your off time.
And how about backpacking? Do you think that this kind of traveling has also become popular nowadays?
Yes, especially with younger people, it was always popular. Like after you finished school, going like backpacking on for like half a year or a year. Australia or Vietnam were very popular countries here. And I think with COVID and the pandemic lockdown, we had a surge in interest in like doing like local trips and hiking trips and backpacking in Germany or close by.
And what are the most essential items to carry on a journey in your case?
In a backpacking journey or in a hiking journey, and what kind of journey?
Any kind of journey that you would like to do.
Okay, that's dependent on where I want to go and what kind of facility I will find there. So if I have a hotel and stuff like that, I need different things than I just need on a hiking tour. But let's speak about hiking because I have some experience with that. So you need a good backpack, you need good clothing, weather-resistant clothing, and good shoes. So there are some essentials for like backpacking and outdoor activities. And then you need some utility items for your daily life, like cooking equipment. And like we say, if you buy cheap, you buy twice. So some good quality matters there.
Thank you very much. Great. Now this is the end of the speaking test.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you want to know what band score you'll get in the Ielts speaking test? Perhaps you want to improve your performance and prepare yourself for the real test. Then why not book an online mock test with us that will last for 25 minutes. 12 minutes of the test itself and 13 minutes of comprehensive feedback, plus we'll give you useful tips on how to make your performance better. Remember, all our examiners are especially trained by British Council instructors, so we know how to help you. Join us.